Hello, hello. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. Mir Klimp, you have 6 points already this morning. That's a lot since when I went to go start getting tea. How are you doing today? And how's everybody else? Lurking or not? Hope that you're having a great Thursday so far. That apparently is not the starting soon screen. Um, that was cool. Let's see. What are we doing? Where are we going? We're opening this. Right. So I have two different issues to work on today. So I wasn't able to look at the Figma sort of like login stuff. So we'll see if we have to recreate that. I figure that because of that, maybe we should start with the random command first, especially since we need to like actually implement that, and might as well do that. Oh, Mirclamp, you made your 2048 game resize with the screen, so you don't longer have that the green. Was it the green weirdness or was it blue? It was some weirdness. Right. So that's working now. Oh, that's awesome. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and create a branch. Utsby, good morning. How are you doing today? All right. So I've got you working. Let's go ahead and open up our editor. And so if we want to add in a random command, what's that going to end up looking like? Well, I think most of our work is going to be over here in commands. So the message comes in, and then it's going to be one of these. So for example, we'll have random. Okay, so then we'll do okay, some command type is going to be, well, okay, so this is where we need to like choose which one. So we need to let's say for right now, let's say command type is just a sword. Like you're always a sword. It's randomly chosen at writing time. Okay, so with that, we then also want to pass in the ID and the chatter. I have heard about Bevy 0.3, so I heard about it. I didn't actually look at the release notes for it. I saw something talking about like a tile map chunking, I think. But besides, like I haven't done tile maps before, so that might be something interesting to look into. Um, I guess like there was one concern about how viable it is for like a full game that I might like want to ship and have other people play. So I'm still not sure if my next project actually wants to be Bevy, or if I want to like the real project that I want to like I want to make something that to give to somebody else. I don't know if I want to use Bevy for that because we might run into some of those bugs. That being said, personal projects just for me, I think I'd be happy to try out Bevy. Okay, so this is where we want to like actually choose a random command type. Okay, so what would that look like? Well, down here in command type, I think what I want to do is implement off of command type. And we can have a pub function random. No, it would not be, it would not have anything in. And we're going to return a self. Okay, so then, for example, here. Oh, the Rust game dev survey has just released. Oh, let's take a look at that. How many questions is it? A lot of these surveys sometimes like are a pain because they take so long to fill out. And I always feel that they always tell like, oh yeah, it'll be 10 minutes. And then if you click into it, well, apparently I'm allergic to this survey. Okay, 10 questions. And it's about these. Okay, that's not too bad. So, I will keep that and answer and like fill that out later. In fact, let's just go ahead and oh, I can't. This is the wrong. I'm gonna do it over here where I am logged into Twitter. I'm gonna heart and retweet. There we go. Oh hey, you want to come up? Maybe. You just want to sit on my foot pad? That's okay too. All right, so back to this. So if I want to choose a random one, like for example, this could be the sword, right? This is where we can say, all right, we're gonna return command type fire. This time we got fire as our return. Okay, so then I can choose random here. Oh hey, now you want to come up? Come on. Maybe? Or not? I think he wants me to play with him. I think that's what's happening. He's tapping my leg every once in a while. And by he, if you're new here, we do have a kitty cat. Ooh, which reminds me, is that camera working? No, the cat cam is still broken. I need to like unplug, replug the camera back in, and like reset that up with OBS because apparently that I never unplugged it, but for some reason OBS just decided to stop looking at it. Okay, so choosing a random command type. Now we're gonna be able to say command type random. You can use rand for random enum. Yeah, so I figure I probably could. So do we have rand already? We do. So rand is a dependency. So we can go ahead and pull that in. I have no idea how often we're gonna use rand here. So I don't know if we need to, like, we want to initialize it every single time we use the random keyword. It's probably would be better for us to, in command, store our random number generator here. So basically do random number generator. It's gonna be type let RNG. Oh, we already have rand prelude even in here. Then, when we call random, so does that make sense then? Random, then call random for that. Let's go take a look at this documentation. See how simple and easy it is to use. And here we go. Okay, how do I choose a random value from an enum? Implement distribution using your enum as the type parameter. You also need to choose a specific type of distribution. Standard is a good choice. Then use any of the methods to generate a value, such as random. Okay, so we have, for example, spinner. Implement distribution off of rand for standard. Oh, for standard. Oh, but those are off of rand each. Oh, that's weird. Okay, then we can sample, get that spinner. Oh, that's very interesting. So then when I call this random. Hmm. So does that mean that that means it's like stuck to the spinner now, right? Like random will always generate a spinner. That feels like I don't know how I feel about that. Because like there's nothing in the code saying that this is anything to do with the spinner. I guess like it feels distribution is generic. Oh, it's the type because I can say that it's type spinner. That's what I want to get. If I don't say it's type spinner, is that right? It may return a generic type. I'm surprised that I'm not like having to do the where for like the type spinner. But yeah, we could try this. We could try this. Let's go ahead and move this over to the side. Can't get rid of the sidebar. Okay. All right, so we need to use rands. We'll just do the exact same thing they do. We'll do get their distributions. Actually, we just use our control dot method. So we have to implement distribution for standard. We can do that down here. So impl distribution. Oh, this is where we do it. Spinner. So implement the distribution for type spinner for standard. So then distribution, you need to pull you in. Okay, that's cool. Never liked the prelude thing because it's confusing from where something came. Yeah, it can be. I've been using it as sort of like a crutch, I think. You don't need to be there. Yes, I know. You quit. You crashed, you quit. It should be command type, not spinner. What? You're telling me that I have to like think? Well, fine. Hey. You gonna jump up? Yeah. Here we go. Need to import standard. Let's find out. Import random distribution standard. Yes. Okay. Then we get the sample, brand plus sized. So, guys, this looks all good. So I want you to be a command type. And also, good morning, Shishak. How you doing today? All right. So once we have this, then we're gonna do this a gen range, I suppose. So we're gonna do match on how many do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So yes. And Zilby is happy today. He was following me around this morning, so that's a good sign. Usually he follows my wife around because she feeds him in the morning often. I put up dry food for him sometimes when he runs out. Mir Clamp redeemed Pet the Cat. Well, because I can't do the other cat camera, let's do this cat camera. All the cameras are cat cameras. Hey. To pet the cats. You're so popular today. So Zilby is his name. He's, we want to say around 4 months old now. He was 10 weeks when we first got him. I know, he is super, super, super cute. And he's getting more and more confident with his explorations around the house. We found that he's been going into the basement more often. At the beginning, he would go into the basement only when one of us went. And now he's willing to go in there all the time. Come on, no biting. And after that, like the vet said that he's super, super healthy. Everything is going well for him. He does have one more appointment we have to bring him to for another round of vaccines. Does a cat like exploring outside? We don't like the cat exploring outside, so we don't let him go outside. However, I don't have it here. I have it in one of the other rooms. We bought a harness for him, and we've been experimenting with giving him a harness, trying to get him used to that. Then we can take him outside on a leash, and that's how we can let him explore. Supervised exploration. I've just heard too many terrible things about cats outside. The Audubon Society thanks you. Yes, definitely. How often does he go inside? Box cat. Often. So he's just as likely to put himself in the box on the heap as he is to tear the heap open and chew on the box. He loves cardboard of all types. We have to like make sure that he doesn't try to eat the little strips that he gets. And we find that if we cut them, then like the cardboard up, they'll just play with them as opposed to try to eat it. Outdoor non-native cats kill 3 billion birds a year. I know that like cats will also like kill lizards and rabbits if they can catch them, and there's a bunch around here. So I'm happy not to like kill everything else. But at the same time, I also don't want him to get in trouble and maybe get hurt, which has like I've seen that happen to other cats too. So might as well just not let that happen. He'll be an indoor cat, which will go outdoors when we're highly supervised outdoors. And he loves cuddling too, which is super, super nice for a kitten because that's I've seen that that's pretty rare actually. Yeah, do that. Australia shoots so many cats. Oh no. See, having to like shoot pets is terrible. No pet should ever have to be shot. Now he's falling asleep. So now coding with one hand is going to be tough. I've had cats that have been shot growing up. Oh no. I grew up in the mountains of in California near Santa Cruz, and the cats aren't getting shot there, but there's coyotes and mountain lions, and they're stray dogs. There's just like a better chance that they're gonna be nabbed by any one of those. Um, Heck, even maybe like a hawk might go after like a kitten. Um, Certainly the chickens that we had, like if you leave them out and for too long, then coyote will just walk over and grab one, which has happened before. Are there any predator of cats? Yes, there are plenty of predators of cats. Coyotes, owls, eagles, foxes. Yes. Um, it's one of the reasons like cats are interesting because they're both predator and prey at the same time, which is like it gives a lot of the hiding, um, like sort of like the hiding instincts that they have. Okay, so normally I don't do this, but because I'm one-handed right now, let's go ahead and copy you in, paste you in. Yeah, they're not at the top of the food chain. Are you purring? Almost. He's curled up in a ball. He purrs very easily normally. There's been a few times that we just looked at him and he started purring, which is really nice. Okay, so if we do this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we want to basically do 1, 2, 3. Not that one too many. So this is going to be 0, 1, 2. And then 3. So this will be high of 4, I want to say. Because I think is it not inclusive? Exclusive of high. Okay, so perfect. I know. It won't be. Don't worry. I'm doing it one-handed, so I'm a little bit slow right now. Okay, so command type, and then obviously you need to be fire. You need to be sword. You need to be snake. And you are heart. Okay, so use self, please. So I found when using self, let me show it. If I delete this, when I use self, and this is not like a Rust problem. This is, I believe, the tooling problem. Let's see if it's fixed now. If I do self, and then we want to do fire. I'm not getting the auto completion here. So I just don't like that. So I actually do like to use the full one, at least with enums. I've noticed with like some of the other types, like self actually works properly. So that's what I'm doing. I wish they provided a procedural macro so it could be done automatically. Oh, that would be nice. Maybe that's something that could be done as an extension. Okay, so yeah, and self would be standard, which is not helpful. But even when it's not, can change the. Oh yes, absolutely, we can change that to a 3. Now we're gonna do low to high. It's exclusive for the high, so we're gonna get 0 through 3. It should be. I don't know what the types they are, but they should match, like I's or U's. Okay, so then we're gonna get one of these coming out of here. So we'll get a command type. Do I need to hit save? There we go. 11 critical errors. Let's see what we got. Did I? Oh, yeah, because I was going to start this with RNG, but I don't think we need to anymore. Non-exhaustive pattern. Oh, okay. So now I need down here to basically do if you get do I want to like do unimplemented, like it should never ever ever unreachable. There you go. This should never happen. Like unless gen range does something terribly wrong, or if I change this without changing the match. Okay. So save you. No more critical errors. Let's come back up to you. So when I try to get command type random, I want random now, and then give it the type. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say we're going to. I think we can just do random, and it should automatically figure out the type because I'm telling it I want the command type. So save you. Now we come back up to here. For random, give us command type random. And there we go. You wonder why I even require that? Oh, you mean the unreachable? Yeah, it's because in match, it requires us as the programmer to like tell it every single potential option, or at least be explicit about which ones we're not going to reach. And as Danny says, if it's an integer, which means it could just go on for until int max. It is unfortunate. Yes, that's true, because the match won't effectively throw errors when it becomes non-exhaustive over the enum. That's true. Although in this case, it's going to crash because it's the unimplemented. All right, so given that, let's see if this works. Let's go ahead and run a game here. So cargo run. All right. Is it hard to make compilers smart about such case? I've not built a compiler. I would assume that it's like probably have to write it like once, like the core code for it, and then it can just use that everywhere. Or are you talking about like from our point of view, writing code that makes the compiler smarter? All right, so this is good. Oh, no, I have to use these. What did I do? Rand or random? Try random full word. There we go. It's random full word. I should probably add rand into. Okay, I'll add rand. Let's see. What other spellings of it should I have? Perfect, perfect. Aw, how can I miss that heart? Oh. Okay, it's okay. Man, 3 hearts in a row is random. Nice. Random is very nice to me. Oh, come on. Oh, but I actually won the game. Wait, did that not send... That didn't send out the end message. I thought we made it so that it sent the end message when the game ended. Did I just not see that? JTR Bikta, good morning. That was not a good pronunciation, sorry. Let's see, what happened? We had the game start. Which font is this? This is the JetBrains programming font. So we got hit. Oh, and then it never ended. Okay, so that's a regression? Or did I just like fail to pull down master branch? So let's go ahead and make sure we pull that in. Okay. Now we're gonna get JT is fine. Okay, I'll try to remember that. Thank you. Get Kraken, haven't seen it in a long time. They've been continuing to update it quite a bit. I use it at work because the rest of my team uses it, so I just try to make sure that I'm keeping up with all the features so I can help out the rest of the team. What am I doing? Coming back to here. Also, it does, like, it has a lot of really nice features that sort of get out of the way and let me just do more things faster. Get an issue with removing projects from the program. Oh, it had so many bugs. It's only recently gotten to the point where I would say it's usable. It used to be like crashing so often, like every day it would crash multiple times. Now I can actually leave it up while I program and it doesn't cause the computer to like slow down. So they've been doing a lot of good work with it. Okay, so we've got rand going. Let's also add in random. So something we can do here is same thing we did with Snick. We can do space bar, and this is an or here. So we want rand. Is there any other spellings of this that we would like? Okay, so save this. Yeah, if let's see. So let's go ahead and run this game too. True. All right, so now rand and random should work. While this is low, well, oh, you asking font that the GGZ? Oh, this font. Is this one that you're talking about? It's oh, perfect. Rand works. That is default font. It's like literally default Windows font. Whatever that is. Okay, so Rand works. Okay, and the message is now coming in, so that's perfect. So, what do I want to? Is there any other spellings that we want to add in for Rand? Like, do we also want just R? Probably. I don't know. Probably just Rand. And then RNG. Oh, we could do RNG because that's sort of like that's what everybody uses in Rust. Sorry, yeah, Rust. So let's do RNG. There we go. Okay, so all of these should just work then. So that gives us our random number generated drops now. So perfect. Let's go ahead and save this. No errors or warnings. So I want to run this in release mode. And while it's gonna run like a little bit faster, actually, wait, I wasn't seeing any major like slowdowns or anything, so I think everything should be fine, even though you were hitting RNG quite often. All right, let's play through the full game. Let's see how this goes. Oh, got hit there. What? That fire was out to get me. Certainly wasn't me just running into it because I wasn't paying attention. What? What? Oh man, totally misjudged where that was gonna land. Oh no! Just go! Stay in the corner. I'll be safe there. Except the snakes. Oh, and the swords. Okay. I'm about to win. Wait, no. No. Yes, I won. Hey, kitty, you wanna move now? Or are you still good here? move time, it looks like. Oh, he's very interested by the OBS preview. All right, so that was a pretty good game there, and let's see, Mir Klemp, you got the 76 points, the leader of that game. That is, I like the way that the game is like filling out and being created. And I was reminded that like that's gonna be a perfect game that every time we get rated, we could then play that game with all the new people that come in. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. So with that being said and done, let's go ahead and get this all set up. So it's just a one file change. If we take a look at it, it's pretty simple. We're changing over. Now this is interesting. Look at that. Is Prelude gone? Yeah, oh no, Prelude is still here. So I'm curious. If I take away Prelude, let's come back down to here. Distribution, we need you. So bring you in specifically. Bring you in specifically. Okay, there we go. So now back to you, stage you again. Okay, so now instead of the Prelude, now we're pulling in distribution standard and Prelude distribution on RNG. This is as big as I can make this, unfortunately. So hopefully you can read it. I understand if you can't. How many entities can it handle? Imagine getting rated by 100 people. So, Danny, are you here? Do you want to show off your trying to like do it as crazy as possible? Let's see, random. Okay, so then we add you in. That's fine, and then our command type. Okay, so then this is implementing random here. So there was a Drax was asking how like what it looks like when everyone tries to hit it at once, and you are so far the best person that I know that can rain fire down and overload it as one person. So if you don't mind, yeah, because you're a mod, you can just spam it as fast as possible. So go ahead on all we'll take a look at it. I'll see here's how long it can last against Danny. I'm glad you're using random because that's the only reason I get hearts. Also the iframes that I implemented after Danny did this once. I survived! Twitch stopped the mods! Oh no. Oh, okay. But yeah, so like it can handle quite a few people, and if you're not a mod, it like Twitch stops you from like spamming the chat. So you have to be a mod or a VIP can both basically spam a little bit faster. But yeah, that's what it ends up looking like. Now, compiling in release mode does help a lot because release mode has a lot of optimizations in there that make the game run a lot smoother. If I didn't do release mode, we might see a little bit of hitching. But okay, so we have all this stuff. Let's go ahead and add this in. So our commit here is going to be 47. What are we doing? We are added random command. And what does this mean? This means that we are hash random rand or RNG. We'll drop a random command into the arena. Nothing else has changed. All right, so then let's go ahead and push this up. While I don't have any normal tests for this, we do have a GitHub action to sort of enforce some code quality. Latency sucks. Yeah, I know. So like there's some latency things that I've tried to implement in there. So first of all, on Twitch, I do have low latency mode turned on. So if there is latency, it I do have 1071 drop frames right now, but my kilobits per second is 6,000. So I'm at streaming at 6,000 kilobits per second. I suppose I could drop that down, and that might help a lot because I am only an associate and not a partner. I can't actually. I don't think that Twitch is gonna like auto change the quality, of like what I'm sending. Depending upon your internet connection. Let's come over here and we'll head over to GitHub. So here's our pull request. No, wait, that's not our pull request. We just pushed. We need to create a pull request. So then from here, we're going to pull request into master. So we're going to say this fixes. All right, so what is this fix? This is adding random command. Now we can view that on GitHub. Oh, and that goes to the wrong browser. Just come over here. And actually, while I'm waiting for that, I can come... Where is this? Add random command. So I'll associate you with that. And then come back over here to add random command. So we have some GitHub actions that are running right now. It's basically, okay. Oh, check has started. You can go take a look at it. Basically, it's going to be running Clippy and RLS to ensure that at least those things are running, like the linters are running properly. If any of them have any warnings, it's going to fail out of this and make you like redo it. When you run the stream through MPV rather than through Twitch, your stream is a lot clearer. I would imagine the latency is on Twitch's side. What's MPV? And Twitch consumes like 30 gigabytes per day, making you worried a bit about your data plan. Yeah, that's a lot. MPV is a media player that you use to watch streams YouTube. Oh, interesting. So can you just like get the raw URL for that and just like throw it in into MPV and it just works? Is GetAction getting significantly slower these days? So I've only recently started using GetActions, so I don't know how fast it was before. So I can't answer that. But maybe like, do any of you know? VSC also has that feature. I've never used those features to like sort of watch videos or streams directly through those. But yeah, like I can see like I have an old iPad, like a really old ancient iPad. And I use it to watch streams, to watch YouTube videos, pretty much all it can do anymore. And it kind of only half does that. It gets behind, like I've noticed. It itself just gets behind. And I think that's just, it's not able to keep up with the streams. So there's a lot that can possibly handle, like, make the latency go bad. On YouTube, it bypasses ads. On Twitch, sort of. It'll show an image saying ad is playing. Okay. Well, I guess that makes sense. All right. Don't tell that to RIAA, otherwise they'll ban VLC. Well, the RIAA doesn't care about the ads, right? It's the music. They care about the music. And well, so like the biggest thing about the RIAA. So I'm using Pretzel right now for my music, which I haven't had any problems on Twitch with this. So like the VODs are not being muted from what I can tell. But on YouTube, I've been getting copyright claims on them. Now I'm not a partner. I haven't monetized my YouTube channel at all. So like it doesn't matter that it's getting copyright claims, but I think that means it's adding advertisements to my YouTube videos, which sucks. So like, I don't know. I have considered like whether or not I want to strip the music out of the VODs completely. And then that won't ever happen, and there should be no advertisements on the YouTube videos anymore. That would help out a lot. That way also, like, in case any of these songs change licenses and go from Creative Commons to not Creative Commons for some reason, which I've heard is a thing that can happen, then I probably want to then I'm probably gonna want to like do that. And if we come in here, like I actually have where is it? YouTube safe mode is on. So theoretically it should be fine. But I guess sometimes not. You watch the Wasm one, it had 2 ads. See, like that's what I don't want that. I don't like ads. You're fine with ads, but they started to give you like non-skippable ads. 3 ads between music, which sucks. Yeah, I don't like those either. And like I don't get that choice, because if there's a copyright claim, I have no choice but to just like accept that right now with YouTube. Now, I could fight every single copyright claim that happens, but what I would need to do like for that is probably keep something like this up in a corner so that I could see the song showing up to see whether or not they're copyright claiming me for the song that's actually playing. Because sometimes, and I've heard this from other people, is they'll get copyright claims just for random things that don't exist. It'll just be like, oh, I'm copyright claiming you for this song that you're not playing at all, and that you can't actually hear, but the system, the AI system glitched out and thinks that you can hear. So, anyways, the ability to put over music, like to stop music from going into VODs, is actually really easy. It's actually something I can do with OBS, and I can just tell it, don't put it onto the track that goes to the VODs. To be honest, you wouldn't mind ads if it was going towards the creator, but when it's not, it's a tad frustrating. The Twitch ads definitely, like, I get money towards that. I can even take a look at what my, because it shows me a breakdown for this month. The last 30 days, I've made $1.63 through advertisements. Not something I'm even like thinking about for the most part, but it is interesting that like I do get a little bit of revenue from that, but it's also like such a small thing that even if I went like hardcore and trying to like run advertisements, which I've never clicked the run advertisement button, all the advertisements you're getting are from like Twitch's auto advertisement system, which I don't really like that much. YouTube content ID detects and identifies music just fine. The issue is that claim policy defaults are very extreme and publishers don't bother changing that, even though they should. I know it's one of those things where we can blame the platform as much as we want, but both YouTube and Twitch are doing like the best that they can. It's really just people. People are the problem. Maybe corporations would be a better way. Like big corporations that are like, hey, I'm gonna hire you to go claim a bunch of video, like all the videos that you can. Give us the revenue. Which the short samples, false positives are much more common. That's true too. Like in these songs, this one, for example, that's playing right now is 6 minutes 33 seconds. That's like the longest song that I've heard of here. Usually they're very short. Creative Commons music is not as long as normal. All right, so this everything sort of finished up here. We can go ahead and merge this into master. We had already sort of looked at what we had done before we pushed this up. So I'm going to go ahead and merge this in. Confirm that merge. And let's go ahead, head back to Get Kraken. So before I forget, unlike last time, go ahead and clean up. Clean up you. Clean up you. I do like to clean up all the branches after I've merged them in. There's no reason to keep them around. And then if I do keep them around, there's a chance that I'll accidentally push to them, which then ends up just being terrible. All right, so let's go ahead and pull down the updates, and let's do one last game. So do another cargo run release. This is basically all the new changes in the game. All right. I think I like the fact that when you get a heart, it gives you just this many points if I hit it. No! Okay. I should rely upon my iframes. Oh man, I thought that was a sword. Oh, couldn't quite get it. Good job, and Danny Fritz with the high score of 66. Yeah, RIP, yes, indeed. All right, so, I am gonna end up heading out a little tiny bit early today. It's I have an outage at work that I have to deal with, unfortunately. So I am going to go and like start working on that a little bit, so a little bit early. Oh, the Ryzen 9000 released. Oh man, so I have Ryzen in the desktop that we have here, and we've looked at those CPUs before. They're pretty good with Rust. Like all the compiling time is insanely fast compared to the laptop that I was using before. So I've been really happy with Ryzen. All right, so let's go ahead and is there anybody you're dominating Intel at the moment? That's like an understatement. Is there anybody we'd like to raid? Looking at my list, and I'm seeing Toggobit, Beginbot, and Lana Lux is on my list of people to potentially raid. Toggobit's doing Rust stuff.
What's in there, right? So the pixel buffer will hold all the pixels, right? And if we move something to the left, then it's no longer there, right? So refreshing should just draw the empty space that is there, right? If you draw and both the character and the monster moves, you don't know.
So go ahead and set up another raid with Toggobit.
No, but okay.
All right, so you raid Toggobit, start that raid. Switch over to the ending screen. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. It was a lot of fun implementing this feature and chatting about Rust and petting our kitty cat. I will be back tomorrow morning, Friday morning at 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, in order to work on adding into the interface now, letting us know that we now have the random command to work on. So that will be it. If you want to get notifications when I go live, follow me here on Twitch, or you can follow me on Twitter. With that, I need to change the default font too. I need to download a font to change that. But we have that system set up, so maybe we can. If you have an idea for what font to use, send that to me. You can send it to me like on Discord or on I guess like Twitch or Twitter. Give me suggestions for what fonts to try. Anyways, with that, go head on over to Togglebit and have a great rest of your day. Bye.
But if you redraw and both the character and the monster